Order, salute to the flag. Get the Boy Scouts to lead us this evening. Attention. Salute. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In case you had noticed. The notice requiring signature above meetings will have been satisfied by forwarding a news release to the Asbury Park Press on December 12, 2013, stating that a regular meeting of the Cul-de-sac Township Committee would be held on December 17, 2014, 7:30 p.m. Town Hall. Notice requires to be posted on the Township website, and a copy is on file in the office of the Township Clerk.
Roll call, please.
Both Deputy Mayor Schatzel and Committeeman Engel are unable to attend tonight, so we have a different kind of seating arrangement, but hopefully I won't flub the roll call. Committeeman Orgo? Here. Committeeman Fitzgerald? Here. Mayor McNabb? Here.
Minutes from last week, 1 week ago. Should be fresh in your mind. Any comments?
I have a couple comments, Mayor. I apologize. On paragraph 5, and Beth, I apologize my thing to you. This was my typo in the about 2/3 of the way down. It starts with Mr. Laird. I'm going to give you these because I haven't highlighted. Mr. Laird worked with Mr. Mangini between 40 and 60 hours. I think what I actually said, although Mr. Laird did work with Mr. Mangini, it was actually the deputy mayor that worked 40 to 60 hours doing the interviews and going through the process. So I wanted the accolades to be his. So if you would mind that change, and then at let's see, at page number 18, page 7, near the bottom, it's the second last paragraph. In the last paragraph, it says Mr. Fitzgerald said that Mr. Yates and his wife were surely missed by the friends of the library, and the same in this paragraph. I believe that was Mayor McNabb who said that. So here it says Mr. Fitzgerald was highlighted twice. The mayor properly cited the loss to the friends of the library, and the Yates and Mr. Yates. With that, I will make that motion as amended.
Second. Roll call, please.
Maybe we'll go first, Tom. Committeeman Orgo? Yes. Committeeman Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mayor McNabb?
Yes.
We need everybody.
The 2015 reorganization meeting of the Township Committee will be held on January 4th, 2015. That is Sunday at 4 o'clock in the courthouse. January 4th, first Sunday of the month in the courthouse, 4 o'clock. All those interested in attending, you are. I have some comments for the end of the year. First, before I get into the more prepared comments, I want to just send my thank yous because it's time. First, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our Township Administrator, Bob Bowden. I don't know how many people appreciate what he does, but without him, this town would not run. He's got his hands on everything, on every department head, on every employee, on everything that goes on in this town. He keeps this town running like a squeaky wheel. It's seamless. It makes us as elected officials, it makes our jobs very easy. So to him, I express my heartfelt thanks in this final year of his service to this town, and he'll be sorely missed. I hope we could replace it with somebody half as qualified and half as committed as he is.
Those accolades on behalf of your employees come right back at you, Mayor, so thanks to you for your service.
And secondly, to our Deputy Clerk, Beth Cara, who is Mr. Bowden's right-hand lady, always there backing him up and filling in when he's not around. I thank her for all of her assistance in helping to get through this year as in service as mayor to the town. I'd also like to thank all the department heads, although they're not here. The minutes will reflect that without them, again, this town does not run as efficiently, certainly, as it does. Again, most people in town are never even cognizant how many things have to work correctly in a municipality for things to go well and run smoothly, and for you not to notice anything amiss, really, because typically we hear the problems, not the good stuff. So if we're not hearing about any problems, that means the town generally runs pretty well. And quite honestly, we don't get many complaints here, unlike most towns. So to them, I express my thanks as well. And then finally, to the deputy mayor, who I know is not here this evening, and to the other committeemen, again, thank you, because this is a team effort. It's 5 people working together to make sure that your town runs efficiently as it can possibly run. So to them, I express my thanks as well. So this year, we put some work in. We adopted some 141 resolutions and 20 ordinances. We adopted an $11.67 million budget. We hired new police officers, Alfred Capriati and Joseph Mason. We appointed Catherine Baxarian as court administrator. We appointed Michael Burke as Office of Emergency Management Coordinator. We amended ordinances pertaining to brush and leaf collection. We awarded bid for improvements to Laird Road from Route 537 to Phalanx Road, which anybody that travels this town knows that was sorely needed, and it is a drastic improvement from what was there before. We submitted a grant request for continuing improvements on Laird from Phalanx to Cross Road. Hopefully we'll get that. We purchased 2 F-250 vehicles for the fire police, which should be put in service before the end of the year. We awarded a bid for energy aggregation to Con Edison Solutions for a fixed price of 0.0928 cents per kilowatt hour for a 21-month period, starting in March 2015. This is about 9.5% lower than the JCP&L tariff. We executed an agreement with a company called Everest Community Services to satisfy affordable housing obligations. We adopted an ordinance allowing for the discharge of firearms on properties of 5 acres or greater in an effort to help control the deer population. We adopted an ordinance pertaining to the registry of hotel and motels. We adopted an ordinance pertaining to abandoned properties. We adopted an ordinance pertaining to lot size averaging. We honored retiring tax assessor Elda Magnani, which was just last week, and we welcomed new assessor Bill Laird, again last week. And we honored retiring truck driver Steve Wilmer and hired a replacement laborer. And finally, we will honor and look forward to honoring our outgoing township administrator, Bob Dowd, who announced his retirement last week. And finally, to the members of the public, those who regularly attend our meetings especially, right, wrong, or indifferent, agree or disagree, I thank you for your participation and your attendance. Somebody has to be interested in what we do. I'm glad that you do attend and do express your interest in how this town runs and give your input, because it is, unfortunately, there's far too many people that attend, far too few people that attend. It's nice to hear from people and to see what they think about how the town's being run, so we do appreciate that. And to help you get for that, Ms. Mann, ready?
Yes.
So we have a nice year-end event this evening. We get to do these things every now and again. Mrs. Mann heads our Clean Communities program in town, responsible for allocating funds to volunteer organizations to help our community stay clean. And I will tell Mrs. Mann and the rest of you, just a couple of weeks ago, I got a text from a freeholder, Damaso, driving through town. She lives in Homedale, so when she goes to Freehold, she drives through our town, commenting how beautiful our town looks. So, and that was unsolicited, and it truly does, and Clean Communities is a big part of that. So Mrs. Mann's going to make some presentations tonight, and I'll leave it to you.
Okay, the first one I'd like to make, back in May, the mayor was unable to attend the Clean Communities Council in Trenton. They awarded the Best Practices Award to a few people, a few programs, and we won. Colson Township won. So without further ado, Mayor, I would like to hand to you, oh God, I hope it doesn't fall apart, but anyway, this wonderful award for 2014.
Nicely done.
And I thought it would be nice to put all the groups that participate, because after all, without you, there's no me, and there's no award. So I thought that was just wonderful that the state recognized us, finally. Okay, and then without further ado, the mayor will present each one of you who participated in Clean Communities the awards. And we're going to do this first. There are some people that have to leave early, so we're going to give those awards out first. Now, to the press, you have Virginia Amon, for Colts Neck Hallinger. And we thank you, Ginny, for all that you do. For your freebies that we put in your paper all the time, she never says no. And also for the ads that I ask her to do. So thank you,
It's
Ginny.
been 41 years.
Don't want to forget, she has to go to the other meeting, the Colts Neck Journal, and they're not here tonight, but we're just going to they're over there.
Somebody might have to take that picture for her. Jen usually takes the pictures herself.
Yeah.
Yes, she did take that picture herself, you're absolutely correct. Boy, I had to really scrounge for pictures. All right, David Mann, would you like to come and get your award for fire company number 2?
All right.
Please come forward. Firehouse number 2. Thank you very much
All right.
for your participation. And now, we don't want the Boy Scouts to miss out and not do their homework, remember? So, we have Boy Scout troop number 85.
Gentlemen.
Hold still.
Standing
Since
place.
I'm by far the shortest one there.
There you go. That works.
Look at that.
That looks good.
Probably go over to stand behind the mayor, make it really feel better.
And one more thing for the boys. They did a cleanup prior to this, so here is your check.
Tighter together. Okay.
I think the scout masters are here with them.
There you go.
All right, now those are the people that need to go. You know, they have
Can
to.
I make a few comments?
Yes, you may make a few comments, Virginia. Go right ahead.
One of these guys go.
Yes,
Guys, if you can take off, go ahead and do it.
right. Go ahead.
We're here with you.
It's nice that Serena Masso recognized how clean and beautiful our town looks. And it doesn't come by accident. Many people contribute to the cleanup. I've passed through a couple towns this past year. I was coming down, I think it was 81, and it was really crummy. The winter trash on either side of the road. The next town, there was a clean communities, and the trash was bagged and ready to be picked up. So it does matter. If you approach the downtown area of Newark, the wonderful Portuguese community, that is a great asset for visitors. The entrance is carpeted with coffee cups and trash and so forth. So a clean community comes at great effort, and I think we can thank Elaine Mann for making that effort.
This one,
You got it.
Naval Weapon Station Earl. No, I don't think they're all shut up tonight. Maybe they're imploding something. All right, we'll hold on to
They're on the way to Cuba.
They're in Cuba.
Probably Cuba is, this is.
Tell me what the girls dress.
Yes, I think Naval.
Yep.
Is somebody here from the high school decathlon? Excellent.
There you go.
What time?
Oh, we were sweating that one out. She sent her picture and the mail didn't come. The mail didn't come. Today it came.
Here, you want
Turn around.
that is.
This one. Can I take my coat off? It'll be a nicer picture.
There.
Good.
There you go.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Tell me why you got that for.
On the RTC. Gentlemen, before we do this one, I'm going to throw a little plug in for this here, because I spoke at the Veterans Day ceremony this year at the high school, and this young man is responsible for the memorial to our veterans that is now at the entrance of Colts Neck High School. I urge you, if you didn't make it over there yet, make it over there. It is absolutely worth seeing. He did a fantastic job. It'll be there long after we're all gone. That's how it is. Which is the best tribute because
Yeah.
it really just is a fantastic thing. But this is for Clean Communities, guys. Thank you.
Well, I don't believe the ladies' auxiliary fire department is here, but they did win an award also, okay, because they participate. It's a very confusing night. They have a lot of meetings, so Christopher,
Yep. Chris? So Chris represents one of Colts Neck's best and brightest.
Thank
Student at Penn, graduate of Colts Neck High School, smart guy, doing good community work.
and I really want his dad to tell that story about the man from Marlboro.
Okay. Shall you?
Great story. Yeah, just stand up and tell it. It's a great story.
I'm Christopher's dad, and my wife and I, Jane, we always would chaperone the kids when they were doing the cleanups. And on one year, it was spring, we were doing Route 34. And I run back and forth making sure the kids are okay, and Christopher's got the cell phone, so I called him up and he said, Dad, somebody wants to talk to you. We're on Route 34. I'm saying, oh my God, who wants to, something happened? So I go up there with the car, and a gentleman had pulled over on the shoulder. He had a convertible car. It was a beautiful Saturday morning in the spring. And I introduced myself. I said, I'm John Durso. Can I help you? And he said, I live in, I was either Marlboro or Manalapan. And he asked me about this organization, what we do. And I said, the kids, they fundraise by cleaning up the streets, and they work 4 hours, and kind of give him a little quick 2-minute speech. And he said, I am so thrilled to see kids on a beautiful Saturday morning come out and work on the streets and work together to do something for the town and for the community. He said, I can't tell you how proud it makes me. He took out his wallet and he took out a $100 bill and he said, here, I'd like to donate this to their organization. So I called the kids over. I said, kids, please accept this. And it was like the most wonderful experience that they had, and for that whole day and a couple of weeks thereafter, that's all they talked about, because that sense of pride that they had, you can never buy that, and you can't teach it either. It's something that you have to experience firsthand. And Elaine, we have to thank you for offering that program, and without your strong support
I'm just
and
blessed by all
encouragement,
of you, really.
and as well as we have to thank Jeannie at the Department of Public Works, because she is an unsung hero in terms of what she has done helping the kids and being there every step of the way. So our hats off to you and to the town for allowing this to occur.
Thank you.
Can we have Come on, Dad.
Go on, Dad, go on,
Come
Dad.
on, Mom,
Come on,
too.
Come on, Dad.
You made that speech, huh?
I mean, after all, she's the better half, I know.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Look
Now
at
it's
that. Now you
perfect.
go, the whole family, nice.
Whole family.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Now, John, this is for the Lions Club, and John Grabowski is representing the Lions. John has been with us since the first time we went out and cleaned the road. John won the state award.
And what century was that?
Oh, the
The
last
last one.
decade. Not century. He, along with the Naval Weapons Station, Earl, won the state award. Yeah, so I'm proud of him. Okay, go ahead. It's better to hear from them than us, right? Okay. This is the professional staff, and Bob should know this. Bob won an award. He won our Golden Pig Stick Award.
Oh, that's right.
Because Bob, don't laugh.
I I was wondering where it is, I don't know where he keeps it.
He keeps it in his closet because for an emergency out in the parking lot.
All right, Virginia.
So Bob, that's for the professional staff, and you notice I included myself in that one.
Thank you.
To the boys who never say no, and I mean they never say no, the Department of Public Works, and I'll tell you, they don't get paid extra for any of this, neither does the professional staff. They just say, okay, Elaine, whatever you
I'm
want.
afraid of you.
Fear is a good thing. Anyway, what happens is, after the bags are left on the road, these gentlemen pick them up. They weigh them because we have certain regs that have to be satisfied, and the state wants to know how much plastic, how much glass, and they weigh all of those things. So when you say to me, oh, but I can take it home and put it out in my garden. No, we need that. So these are the guys that never say no. They just go and pick up all the stuff. And Jeannie's in there, and you have already heard about Jeannie.
Excellent.
And she is fabulous. So let's give them a round of applause. Now, the next group is the Colts Neck Library. And you're going to say to me, how does the library help? Well, we have a program with Diana Dove, and these are the preschoolers, because we say to the state of New Jersey, we'll educate you from the cradle to the grave on litter. And these little tykes saw a wonderful performance on how to save the whales and all this. They even put costumes on. They had an 8-foot whale and waves over there. Then they went out, we gave them bags and gloves, and they cleaned up the library area. So the librarians love this program, and we're going to keep it going for them over there.
Excellent. We'll make sure.
Now, do we have a representative from the fire police?
Yeah, Frank's here. Frank's here.
Okay. Now, I called the fire police one day and said, I got a problem. We have little kids out on the road, big people out on the road, in some very dangerous areas. Do you think you could help us out? Because the regular police can't. And they said, sure, if we're available, give us 2 weeks' notice and we'll send a crew out with the crew. So thank you for serving and protecting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hi, Frank.
That's the Colts Neck First Aid Cadets. They clean their area, they take care of all the road over there. So we give them a big round of applause because they're very helpful.
Yep.
Now, I told you about that component on education. So we have several participants. We have the library, we have Conover Road Elementary School, we have Cedar Drive School, and we have the high school. They are unfortunately not with us tonight to receive their award because they're at the other meeting, because it's very important for them. So this is the Conover Road Elementary School Earth Matters, and that's when they have their 4th grade poster contest.
Yeah.
So that'll go to them. And this is the 6th graders at Cedar Drive School, Miss Cooper and Mr. Triagni, keeping the waterways clean because they also monitor our water. It's amazing. And they send the results to Rutgers University, which goes into a database for the state of New Jersey. And it's interesting because New Jersey, out of 100, ranks 16 in water quality. So we have to get better at that. Okay? Oh, almost finished. Don't worry. Okay, and we have the Colts Neck. We did that. The Fire Department Ladies Auxiliary, who wasn't here. Okay, and Earl Naval Weapons Station. I'll take care of these tomorrow.
Okay.
So thank you. I am so blessed to have you helping with this program, because if it wasn't without your help, we would never be able to do this. Plus, you get a little money extra, so that's good.
All right.
Well, I'd like to thank Mrs. Mann for coordinating a lot of see how it pays off in our community, so let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks for coming out tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Number 5 on the agenda this evening, Resolution 2014-142. This will be a resolution confirming the 2015 committee meeting schedule. Want to read it?
I don't have to read them. It continues with our second and last Wednesdays, and the usual exceptions. There's no second meeting in July and August. There will be no second meeting in November because of the convention and closeness to Thanksgiving. The first meeting in November is on Thursday because that Wednesday is November 11th, Veterans Day, so we made it the day after. And the second meeting in December will be what we're doing tonight, consecutive Wednesdays, otherwise it gets too close to the holidays. So it's pretty much the same schedule.
Any comments from the committee on the schedule? Okay, motion, please. Move. Second. Roll call.
Committeeman Argo?
Yes.
Committeeman Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mayor McNabb?
Yes. We're going to do some money transfers. This is Resolution 2014-143, a resolution authorizing formal transfer of funds. I know it's all this one. It's a small one, I know, it's about $1,200.
It's $1,200, Mayor. It's going into telephone account, coming out of the municipal court salary.
Excellent. Any comments, gentlemen?
So moved.
Tom? No?
Second.
Roll call.
Committeeman Argo?
Yes.
Committeeman Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mayor McNabb?
Yeah. Consent agenda this evening is Resolution 2014-144, a resolution authorizing veterans allowance. Resolution 2014-145, a resolution authorizing refunding of tax overpayment due to tax appeal. Resolution 2014-146, a resolution authorizing cancellation of miscellaneous charges and outstanding checks. And Resolution 2014-147, authorizing cancellation of 2014 tax debit and credit balances of less than $5. Any comments? Take a motion, please.
I'll make a motion, but just one comment.
Sure.
On the veterans allowances, it's $250. I mean, it's not terribly significant for them, some of them it is significant. But I wonder if we ought to look into a program for acknowledging these folks when we do this, because a lot of these folks, I did not realize were veterans and had served. Not that we want to make a big fan here if they're not interested, but when we do these kind of things for the folks, we let them know ahead of time when we're doing the meeting if they want to come.
There's certainly a master list of those that are eligible. We use it to invite them to our Veterans Day holiday services, so maybe we could go one step above and beyond.
It was just a thought that hit me because $250 seems like a modest sum for what they've done. So with that, I move the consent agenda.
Committeeman Argo?
Yes.
Committeeman Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mayor McNabb?
Yes. Vouchers?
Yes, it's on the agenda.
No, well, we do have to pay the
Good pickup, Mayor. I did do the vouchers, as you know, we had kind of it was a little bit harried because we had to this was our last opportunity to act, so we kind of put off as long as possible, making sure the vouchers were done, so we got them in and made sure that no one was left behind to next year. Total vouchers, a little over $3 million, 2.6-ish of that is the usual suspects, the county school board, the local school board, and the county payments. So with that, I would ask, anyway, we're going to move that. I always hate moving my own voucher approvals, which I'll second because of the motion, short staff, second on that.
Committeeman Argo?
Yes.
Committeeman Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mayor McNabb?
Yes, except to abstain as to
So noted. Thank you.
folks, last chance to comment for the 2014 calendar year. Who wants it? Wayne?
All right, I'd like to thank Bob Bowden for being always there for me, usually covering my back because I come up with some pretty ridiculous requests from him from time to time. And he says, does it relate to litter? Can we do this? Are you sure, Elaine? But we've always had each other's back, and it's been a pleasure working with him. I didn't think that was a great Christmas present he gave me that he's retiring, but what are you going to do? Santa may give us one just as good, hopefully.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm having a good night here, so.
Yeah.
Jeff?
Unless Mr. Sawyer wants
Yes.
to.
No, I'll add. Elaine, great job on that. You know, you put a lot of time and effort in on your own, and that's very good that you do that. You should be highly commended for that, as well as everyone that supports you too. It's a full team. I got it. I got a couple topics really quick, Mayor. I think they're all kind of old business in a way, or what I'll kind of call as old biz. But I'm going to start right off with reading a letter that I sent to you on December 12th, 2014, to the mayor. Dear Mayor, it is unfortunate that I'm writing what Mike Fitzgerald will likely define or characterize as another crazy letter. However, I would simply call it another letter from a long-time concerned citizen, taxpayer, and resident of Cold Snake Township. It is also unfortunate that I'm writing because after being interrupted during my public comment at last Wednesday's Township Committee meeting by both you and Mike Fitzgerald again, the comment and point I was attempting to make as that concerned citizen was completely missed by you, Mike, and likely others in attendance. In the future, I'm respectfully asking that particularly you and Mike Fitzgerald stop interrupting my public comments until I'm simply complete. If you take the opportunity to listen first to the entire comment or question, then likely there would be no need to suddenly interject your thoughts, positions, and interpretations. Also, if you disagree with any comments or questions, then you clearly have an opportunity to express your counter perspective, which is usually the case with either you and Mike Fitzgerald. Having lively and constructive public discussion is good as long as it is orderly and no one is attempting to interrupt another. With the above being stated, please let me clarify my comments and concerns as they relate to Deputy Mayor Jimmy Schatzel and his longtime mentor and our past mayor, Arthur Goodwin, whom I more affectionately call the thief, the crook, the dead man. I state that because of what Arthur Goodwin put us all through, including the township, the taxpayers, and countless members of this community. I find it particularly troubling and concerning that our current deputy mayor and soon-to-be mayor of this great community is to still have pictures publicly posted available for anyone to see through his public business and social media outlets of the two of them together. But for the fact of Arthur Goodwin's sudden and rumored mysterious death, he would likely be serving the rest of his life in prison, according to the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office investigation. So for Jimmy to publicly display his apparent affection toward this criminal is beyond reproach, particularly since Jimmy is an elected public official who represents not only me, but the entire community. I'm hopeful you would or should agree that such an affiliation or representation is not healthy for our community, no matter how you want to slice it. So the point or public comment I was attempting to make was just that public pictures of our deputy mayor with a known thief, albeit dead, on social media and websites is utterly inappropriate. If Jimmy Schatzel wants to keep his own private scrapbook of their times together, then that is completely fine, and I have absolutely no issue with that. I was going to ask Jimmy why such pictures were posted and that they should be removed to the benefit of us all, and particularly all those members and organizations of the community harmed directly and deeply by Arthur Goodwin's actions. I did withdraw my question because some questions are simply rhetorical in nature. Thank you for your time. As always, I remain available and welcome an opportunity to openly meet and discuss constructive measures to make Colts Neck a better community. Sincerely, Jeffrey W. Sawyer. With that, point number 2, and Jimmy, I know, is not here to comment if he should want to comment, but he's not here tonight to comment on that if he wanted. The second point that I wanted to bring up relates to you, Mr. Bowden, and your big shoes, as you know, we've said, and as you heard the mayor say, what you do for this town. And you know, it could be equated to like a CEO of a corporation. It's critical and it's important, and it makes everyone's job, plus as the mayor said, everyone's sitting up there at the table, their life easier. But I just want to make sure or understand that with filling those shoes, you know, that a committee is going to be formed, and I know this is still very early since I guess maybe you just made the public announcement. I don't know how long the committee knew before you made it public, but will a committee be formed? And this isn't a question to you, Bob, but this is more directed to the committee and the mayor. In terms of a committee being put together, with developing clear job specifications and qualifications, is that going to be advertised or posted? Our interviews, you know, through the selection process, that's going to be handled. And with whoever they ultimately select, or this committee selects, or the town committee selects, there's going to have to be notice that that person has to give. So, you know, if you're leaving May 1st, I think that was the date, May 1st, then there's a lot to do with really a little time to do it, to really get a highly qualified person, again, to fill your shoes. So, and I know you went through it with the tax assessor, that process. Hopefully that process, I guess, is followed again, that I just kind of outlined. And it's not going to maybe be like the rumored, you know, process in which Tom Hennessy got his job as the director, as a past mayor and a committeeman. He got his director job at the at the Department of Recreation and Parks. And hopefully, though I've heard this as rumors, that Jimmy Schatzel's been eyeing up or expressing interest in your job as well. So I don't know if anyone's heard those rumors or not, but they, I know, have been circulating for quite some time.
Is your videotape running right now?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Great.
The third point that I have here relates to, this is hot off the press today, a GRC complaint number 2014-187. I'm not even sure, Bob, if you had a chance to share this with the committee or not. But an interim order was issued today in which denied records that were denied to me need to be produced. I know a few meetings ago, Russ, and maybe even many meetings ago, but I know Mayor Macnow and Committeeman Fitzgerald, I know you guys were very outspoken in terms of the legal costs associated with...
$25,000 this year, thanks to you.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome, because...
out of all of our pockets, we do appreciate it.
Okay, I know. And I appreciate, too, that you guys keep just doing damage control to try to keep running up the
Only
tail.
damage that's by you, Jeff.
Okay, can I finish my comment again, or do you want...
No.
No.
Let me make something very clear. I run the meeting.
Yeah, but I'm making my
Listen to
comment.
me.
I can't finish making my comments?
Listen to me. I run the meeting. Next year, Mr. Schatzel will run the meeting. The year after that, Mr.
Yep.
Orwell will run the meeting. The year after that, Mr. Engel will run the meeting. The year after that, Mr. Fitzgerald
So
will
I
run the
can't
meeting.
finish my public comment?
You'll wait till I'm done. I run this meeting. You'll listen to what I say. If I choose to interrupt you, then I'm going to interrupt you.
Good.
Okay?
Mike, I'm glad I got the video running.
Okay?
Yep. Okay.
Let the public be very well aware how much damage you do to this town.
Yep.
By costing us an exorbitant amount of money in attorney's fees.
Okay.
So if you want to bring your GRC litigation up in this meeting, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. But if you expect this committee to sit quietly while you comment on how much money you cost the taxpayers of this town, we're not going to do it.
Okay.
All right? Are you done?
Well, are you done interrupting me? Can I speak now?
Mr. Sorter, you're done. Thanks. Sit down. Appreciate the comment.
Okay, thank
Anybody
you.
else tonight? Elaine?
I just have one more thing to say. I attended a meeting in Spring Lake for the Clean Communities Council, and we will be having the big event, which is the awards dinner and Children's Day at the 7 President's Park, and also in Long Branch. And they are hoping we're going to participate in it. I already contacted Mr. Orgo about 2 tents maybe. And Ginny Amon, she's going to dress up as Mother Goose, because when the children come, they want to have She called me the other day and asked me, could we send some of the library children? But today they had an event where Santa Claus was there and they only had 5 of them. So with Earl, perhaps we could get some of the children from the 4th grade, the 6th grade, and the little ones, and it'll be a couple of hours over there, and it's going to be like a real fun time for them. So I want us to be a part of that because they always recognize Newark and Canton. This is the first time we've been recognized, and I want to keep that momentum going. So we're still in the process of discussing all this with them.
So you'll give the contact information or
Yes,
the
as soon
organizational
as-
details when
right.
as soon as you have them, and we'll make the appropriate arrangements.
But that's what they're doing.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody else? All right, seeing no further comments from the public, I will end the public comment portion of the meeting. I'll take a motion to adjourn. So moved. Second. All in favor? Aye.
Mayor, thank you.
No executive session, thank you. Thank you.